Here, I'll clap my hands for the editing. All right, start. This is the Edward Partridge Show, Eddie Partridge Show with Eddie Partridge. We got special guest, Mr. Wyatt Metzger. We got some duck shit tea. This is called duck shit tea. It's very good. It's from China.
Thanks for having me, Eddie. I'm really excited to be here.
Yes, welcome, Mr. Wyatt. So this is the Eddie Partridge Show. It's the new number one show podcast in the universe. It's the greatest. I mean, we got special guest Wyatt on for episode one because he's the king of good time media, and you know what I'm saying, he's got all the smart marketing tools and all that, and he knows how to edit videos. I'm not very strong in that area, if I'm being completely honest. So how's it going, Wyatt? How's it going this morning?
It's going great, man. I'm having a really good day. A lot of work. I'm really excited to see what this show can become. I have no idea. I found out 30 seconds ago what it's called, so I'm happy to be on the Eddie Partridge Show. And yeah, just happy to be here, man. How are you doing, Eddie? How was your day?
I'm doing fantastic. I just woke up. The man Thomas just drove in his car. I don't have a car to drive today. It seems like it's unfortunate. Thomas and my brother, by the way, for you fans out there watching, I'm saying,
Are you old enough to drive?
Wyatt, Wyatt, come on. Like,
That was a question.
I'm 19 years old, Wyatt. Are you
Do
old
you?
enough to drive, son?
Yeah, I am.
To be honest, I think I actually, I don't know. I think I look older than you. I mean, maybe it's because I have like more of a matured look to me, and you kind of are a little bit of a child. Um,
Yeah,
but I just gotta say, are you old enough to drive though? Do you know how? Did you ever get your license?
I did. I did get my license. Before you were born, actually.
Can you see over the steering wheel?
Eddie, you're 5'6".
Got
What
it.
do you? Yeah, and you're balding. What do you want me to do?
I ain't balding. My hair is looking fresh. I think you're jealous, Wyatt, because you can't grow facial hair. I think that's what's happening, but that's okay, Wyatt.
Yeah,
Saying, I got a question for you, Wyatt. This is how
yeah,
it's
yeah.
go. We got questions.
Is this like interview style, or is that how
It's you
that's
know
gonna
what
work?
for the fans watching out there, this show is forever evolving. Because I don't know what a show is supposed to be. I just want to do, some fun stuff and entertain the fans because I feel like my perspective on things is like pretty smart sometimes. So I just have an important question. Why I feel like the
Hmm.
fans out there, they want to know all about what that good time media stuff is. So let's hear
Yeah.
it.
Are you asking me to describe the company you work for?
I want a good description because I feel like you could probably describe it better than me, to be honest.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I'm glad you asked. First of all, I want everyone to know that Eddie is actually the first ever employee of Good Time. Whether that's a bad omen or a good omen is to be determined. But Eddie was the first ever employee. He has a lifetime contract. I've told him that a billion times, whether he actually works or not, which most of the time he doesn't. But, anyways, Good Time is a platform for young people like ourselves who, they want to get started, start a podcast, do a blog, do some kind of YouTube content, whatever this show ends up being. We offer a platform for those people to come, try some stuff out, see if they like it. We kind of put the marketing tools behind them, use our platform to push their stuff out, and kind of let people be creative and see what they can come up with. Because I think a lot of people, everyone's had that conversation with their friends. Hey, I want to do this. I want to start a podcast. I want to do YouTube, whatever. Obviously, it's a growing industry, and we kind of give them the platform to get their foot in the door because that's the hardest part from starting this stuff out. The hardest part is that first 6 months to a year where no one's listening to you, no one cares about what you think, and you got to get past that and get that foot in the door. We kind of offer a accelerated program to get that foot in the door. How's that, Eddie?
You know what? Why that sounds inspirational. And Good Time Media, correct? They have a website, right? Yeah.
Yes, we do. www.goodtimemedia.co. You can find all of our blogs, videos, and everything there, or just our YouTube channel, Good Time Media. And then we got a bunch of other shows, podcasts involved with us. So basically,
And
good times the umbrella with all a bunch of shows. We try to have something for everyone and whatever this show is.
so just a reminder, There's a very good website, very cool website. It has a lot of blogs up on it, correct?
It does. It could have more. It
It could
needs
have
more.
more. Yeah, it needs more. I agree. But a lot of good, well written blogs. Could you remind me what the number one most viewed blog on the website ever is?
On the current version of the website, the current version, the newest version of the website,
Because I have
the
the
one,
stats up. I have the stats up right here, you know.
the
So
the one that you don't even know how to log into, the new version of the website.
yes, this is
That
correct.
one, you
Yeah.
don't have the most viewed one. I believe it's me. On the old version, you did. Yeah, the 2K blog.
Look at this. Oh, what's this? The stats say that you are wrong. The most viewed blog on
Mm-hmm.
the website is written by this guy.
Is it the 2K blog?
It's the blog about my league and how it needs to be fixed. Yes,
When was that written?
about 2 years ago,
Yeah. How many blogs have you written since, Eddie?
about 10,
Okay. What have
maybe.
you done for me lately? Doesn't matter.
Is it correct? Correct me if I'm wrong, but you have another some sort of website where you sell merchandise, correct?
I mean, it's the same website, same
Yeah.
company, but yes, we do sell merch. Correct.
Remind me the most sold piece of merchandise.
Most sold.
Most. Oh, come on, you're
You
correct. If
got
I
it.
remember now,
You'll
the
figure it out.
most best. Sorry, the best selling piece of merchandise on the platform.
I believe you're wearing it, actually. I think you might be.
It appears like I am.
It
What's
does
this?
appear that way.
What's this? Edward Jessamine Partridge, the face shirt. Look at this. Look at
your
this.
head your head looks so big from that angle. I love it.
What an amazing shirt. I just
Eddie, I don't know how I've said this a lot. For what it's worth, you sell merch and for some reason people buy it. I don't understand it. I never will. But you do. I've never said you can't sell merch. You push merch. But the problem is, I got to poke the bear and make you sell merch. You won't just do it on your own. That's the issue we run into.
you know why people buy it, Wyatt? You know why people buy the shirt?
Why do people buy the shirt, Eddie?
Because of the face that's on it.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
I say you should buy this. They go. They look at it. They look at me. You know what their reaction usually is? The word I get most.
What?
I just I always hear the word wow. It's
Not.
gorgeous.
It's not like aw or aw.
No, Wyatt. I know that's the reaction you get. I've seen that one clip of an awe directed
Yeah.
towards your way, and no, it's just always wow. This is
Wow.
incredible. It's people are in awe of my shirt. I feel like the design is incredible,
Yeah.
and
Wait. Talk me through that. What was the design process behind that merch? Because I know it's pretty elaborate. Because I design most of the other merch that we sell,
this is
and
true.
I can learn a thing or two from you.
I agree. Well, you know what? I was thinking one day, and I was like, "Yo, I should make a piece of merchandise with my face on." And then I was thinking even harder because the design process, obviously, uh, the fashion designers in most industries they take a while to make their designs. This one took me a full day, long, maybe
Whoa.
even a couple days. And I was thinking, but the face, like it's amazing, it's great, it's cool, it's interesting, it's new. Nobody's thought of that before, I promise you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm like, what could make it even better that it can't be replicated to the same greatness of degree? And I said, how about let's put my name at the bottom below the shirt, as you can see right there. And then most people are like, oh, you're just going to put Eddie. And I'm like, no, I'm not just going to put Eddie. I'm not just going to put Edward, which is my real government name. I'm not just going to put Edward Partridge. I'm putting the middle name too. Because who would do that? Who would do that?
That's
Take
genius.
those
That's
glasses off,
genius.
Wyatt. You look goofy. You're indoors. It's not sunny indoors.
The lights are pretty bright in here. Studio lights.
Why? You're indoors. Wyatt. It's like
I don't know what you want from me. Sorry, I'll take them off. It's your show. What was it? Why didn't you name it the Edward Partridge Show or the Edward
well,
Jessamine
you know
Partridge
what?
Show?
I feel like for a show, it's very different. You only need two names instead of three. And I felt like the merchandise is kind of in its own lane. Like obviously we're gonna have the link down below, you know what I'm saying? I believe if I could figure that out and all that, to the merchandise because I'm I mean sorry, I just need to pull something up, pull up a quick photo.
Yeah, go for it.
Because we got hats, we got mugs, we got the bucket hat, and we got the shirt. This is something I posted on my Snapchat back in the day. Swipe up, get your Eddie Partridge face shirts. Um, what does this say? I can't read backwards. Number one best Christmas gift. This was back Christmas. But you see, we got the hat, we got the face, we got the mug, we got the t-shirt. It's just look at this. It's like a whole ensemble and it's great. I mean, it looks like I promise you, I'll shout out three people today of people that have bought the merchandise. We got Mr. Sam Rose, we got Mr. Marco Rubino, and we got myself. And my brother as well as bought it, and a bunch of other great.
Did you just shout out three people who bought the merch and then included yourself?
Yes.
Okay. Right.
Shout out to Thomas Partridge. I'm pretty sure he owns a shirt. You know, I feel like a lot of the people that even bought it. Shout out to this kid Henry Friedlander. He used to go to school with me way back in the day. Good kid. I mean, I haven't talked to that kid in a minute. I mean, yeah, I think I'm in a fantasy basketball league with him. It's good. It kind of sucks at fantasy, though. I'm not gonna lie. Just saying again for the viewers, I'm the best fantasy basketball player out there. I have played 8 leagues in my lifetime, and I've won 6 of the 8 leagues. Just saying, that's a sidebar, quick sidebar. But yeah, shout out to those people that have bought the merch. Um, I've actually got some ratings back from the customer. I said rate it out of 5. What do you think? And you know what the average rating was? Why? Can you guess out of 5?
I'm gonna guess maybe like a 4.5, 4.3.
It was a 6.6.
Wow. Out of 5?
Out of 5. And you know,
Whoa.
6.67 because one person said it was. I'm trying to get the numbers calculated. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm actually good at math, I promise. But sorry, I just had to take a tick. I had to take a sip of the duck shit tea. The duck shit tea. I'm telling you guys, all the fans, don't drink coffee unless it's from what's the sponsor?
Java House.
Java House. Don't drink coffee unless it's from Java House. Tea is a superior drink. It is much far better. I feel like that's why Japan is like the second best country in the world next to Canada because they make the best tea. Even though this tea I'm specifically drinking right now is from China, Japan is the second best country in the world. Confirmed. Canada is obviously number 1. I think we can agree on that. And America is number 12.
12. Should we unpack that list a little bit? Or I don't know where you want to take this show, or do you want to unpack that list?
We can unpack. What's your top 3?
Top 3 countries?
Yeah.
Do they have to be real? Like I'm putting Wakanda. Wakanda would be up there.
Isn't Wakanda a city?
Ooh, I think it's a country.
Is it a country? I mean, it's a small country.
It's small. It's a small country, but it's pretty elite.
Like it's
all right, fine. We'll go real countries. I'll go US 1. I'll go. I don't travel much, but I'm gonna say Australia 2 because it's a continent too. That's if you're a country you can double as a continent, you win. Australia 2, and then 3. Just because it's linked to the US and they copy everything we do, and we're just better at them than everything. Canada 3.
Okay. Well, Wyatt, I just need to tell you the facts here. Your list is extremely biased. And on this show, I think we like to stay out of being biased. And I feel like being biased is ridiculous. You know,
Eddie, we just had a 20-minute segment on your merch. That's a shirt of your face.
But that's not biased. It's unbiased. All the fans that I've sold the shirt to and are enjoying the shirt, they all say it's a great shirt. I have had no negative reviews because it's great. And people have bought the mugs. I think we have at least like 30 people that have bought the shirt. People have bought the mugs. People have bought the bucket hat. The stickers even got a few sales. Shout out to Marco Rubino. He has some stickers at his place. Good friend of mine. He's a big fan of actually the shirt. He wears it constantly. Because again, he says, my friend Marco, I mean, he'll be a special guest one of these days, on the show, but he has actually said that the shirt is his favorite shirt he's ever worn. That's a quote, by the way. Yeah. So that's not being biased. Your list is biased. The United States of America is not a top 5 country. It can't be. It's
Uh,
number one is Canada. Unbiased, Canada is the best country, and it's a fact because Canada is like it's very fun. The Raptors are in Canada. It has a basketball team, and it's not as trash as America. I feel like America is just it's
did you
just
say? Did you say has a basketball team?
it has an NBA team.
Eddie, we have 31 NBA teams. Or
Okay.
no,
Well,
29,
it
29,
looks like
29,
you haven't been
29.
checking your. It looks like you haven't been checking your sources because there's actually 29
I just
basketball teams
corrected
in the
myself
United
2
States.
seconds. I corrected myself 2 seconds after that, Eddie. We have 29 NBA teams.
Well, you got it wrong first, so that's all that matters. And number 2, Japan. I mean, this is obvious. They have a great green tea, and they have a great steak, which is like the best drink and food out there. By the way, we'll get
They
into.
have good steak. How do you know Japan has good steak?
Have you ever heard of what's it like? What Kobe Bryant's first name was named after? It's a type of steak. It's a type of beef, and that's a Japanese type of beef. If you didn't know,
I,
so they have good.
you're actually teaching me something here, Eddie.
You're welcome, Wyatt. It's because, yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, okay. Green tea is the best drink. We'll do a top 3 list of drinks after this, and then a top 3 list of foods because green tea is the best drink and steak is the best food.
So we're just ranking stuff.
That's fun. We can rank stuff. I mean,
You didn't give me time to prepare. But anyway, sorry. Continue your list.
it's a top 3 list. Why you don't need time to prepare. Um, and they have Pokemon originated also in Japan, and Pokemon is the greatest video game of history because
Okay, so you're going Canada, Japan, and then what?
number 3, we'll give number 3 to it. It's we'll call it a 10-way tie between countries better than the United States. We don't have an official number 3 yet. It's a very tough choice. We still need to decide on that, but top 2, Canada number 1, Japan number 2, and top 3 foods. Number 1, steak. Number 2, you can go first, Wyatt.
What? What just okay? Am I saying my number 1 food? Is that what I'm supposed to say?
Top 3. Yes.
Um, you're sandbagging me here, Eddie. I didn't have time to prepare. Number 1 food. I think like just in terms of general consumption, you have to go pizza. Because there's so many varieties of it. Number 2, I'm gonna go beefy 5-layer burrito from Taco Bell. And then number 3, I'm gonna say off the cuff, it's a tie between McChickens and curly fries from Arby's.
Okay. So, guys, if you don't know out there, Wyatt does his own podcast where he ranks top 10 lists. And Wyatt is notorious for having awful, awful, awful lists. Every week, I just look forward to just seeing Wyatt's list of top 10 something, top 10 whatever. And I was the episode on the show once. I won because my list was better than his. And that's what the fan says. That's not me being whatever. That's the fans. The fans told me your list is the best. And you know what? I'm proud that the fans voted that way because I agree my list was the best. Wyatt is notorious for having awful lists. And sometimes his guests have terrible lists. What's the co-host name? The guy with
Michael.
the
Michael.
Michael. Michael also has terrible lists. So sometimes Wyatt gets the fan vote saying he wins. I don't know. Usually the guests should win, to be honest, in my opinion, because Michael and Wyatt notoriously bad lists, and Wyatt just showed why he is the worst list maker in the history of lists. The top 3 foods: number 1, steak. Number 2, pears. I don't know the fruit. Pears. It's a good fruit.
Pears.
It's
Pears.
It's the best. Pears are the best fruit. Okay, I'm telling you right
Number
now.
2 food of all time is pears.
This is true.
All right, go.
That's the correct answer. And number 3, we're gonna go with the second best fruit of all time because fruit is a good food. Mangoes. It goes steak, pears, mangoes. This guy said McChicken. Like there's not about 100 better chicken burgers out there. About
Value. Value, it's $1.
McDonald's, have you ever heard of inflation? McDonald's is getting more and more expensive.
But
I
everything else is also getting expensive. That's how inflation works. It's still the
but
cheapest.
specifically McDonald's, I spent a $20 on a meal in McDonald's, Canadian dollars too, on a meal. Well, actually, Canadian are actually less than American, so I don't know. Okay, I spent 20 Canadian dollars, whatever, on McDonald's the other day, and I'm like, what am I doing? This is too expensive. So I vowed to never eat there for another month, and I feel like it's overpriced. And the McChicken, how much does it cost? Like $5? Like it's ridiculous.
It's $1.
Okay, I didn't know that. I'm not a McDonald's fanboy. Why? Because fast food is not good food. Yeah, steak, pears, mangoes, top three foods. Official list. Now let's hear your top three drinks. Why? Go ahead.
Dr. Pepper, Baja Blast, and then
Blast. Continue.
And then Voltage Mountain Dew, number 3. That's a sneaky one. It's so good. It's arguably the best Mountain Dew. 2 and 3 are interchangeable, actually, but it's not as commonly known. But I'm going Dr. Pepper 1 out of a can, 2 Baja Blast, 3 Mountain Dew Voltage.
So explain to me why well, again, I'm telling you guys, I think now it's been proven officially Wyatt is the worst list maker in the history of in the history of the human race. The worst, the number one worst. I think it's been proven now. Can you explain to me why you are not fat? Because I know you don't work out. I know you're not active. You used to play tennis. I think you coach still. You're not like, I mean, I feel like that Partridge Family blood would beat the Metzgers in a doubles match. Just saying, by the way, Partridge Family over the Metzgers in doubles. Just saying. So how are you not fat eating all this trash and drinking all this trash?
Eddie, is this how you treat a guest? I come on your show, episode 1. Let's kick off this new show. I threw you a bone. I'm a busy man. I have stuff to do. I have to keep food on your table every day.
The fans want to know why. The fans want to know why are you not fat? Because I know you're not active like that.
I'm active enough. Oh, it's a New Year's resolution. I'm trying to get more. What?
Top 3 drinks.
Also, go pause.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll make sure to set you up. It says remaining time in the meeting is 10 minutes. I'll set you up on a pro account, or one of you on a pro account, so we can film forever. But we might need to end and start it back up again if you want to keep going, Eddie.
All right. Well, we can edit that out.
Yeah.
Top 3 drinks right here. Yeah, let me do that clapping thing. Just so you know when to edit it. Okay. Top 3 drinks, Wyatt. Because we know your list is trash. This is the real official list, okay?
Okay.
And I bet if you put a poll up or I put a poll up, everyone will say my list is better because that's just how it goes. Remember?
Can I guess your number 1?
I already said it earlier, but go ahead.
It's green tea.
Smart. And today, I think, because I would just put 3 different types of tea, number 1, 2, and 3, if I was doing that. So today we're just going to group tea into one, not including fruit teas or anything that's not made out of the proper tea leaves. It's green, black, oolong, stuff like that. We're not counting those fruity teas, whatever those trash ass, like those teas that they like put like weird stuff into it and say, oh, this is a tea. That's not tea. Tea is the tea leaf, and that's it. There's no extra trash added into it. Tea is number 1. Number 2, I'm surprised you didn't put this on your list, Wyatt, because you claim to be a smart guy. Water is number 2.
Okay.
Number 3, I'm gonna have to go with this is a good one. I'm gonna say orange juice.
Okay. Pulp or no pulp?
Huh?
Pulp or no pulp?
Pulp. Come on, it's natural. So officially, I think we can agree. I think the moral really of the story that we've learned so far.
Wait, hold up. You just cut out.
This.
Give me 2 seconds. Probably saying something dumb. All right, you're back. All right, you're good.
All right, that's how I was saying. The moral of the story here: Wyatt does not know how to make a list. His lists simply suck. Okay,
and well, Eddie, question for you. Okay, what was your prep for this show? What did you write down to be like, hey, this is what we're going to talk about today?
Let me show you.
Please show me. I would love to see this. I'm actually very excited.
Let's pull up notes.
Like, is this going anywhere? Nice. All right.
There's my notes for the show, guys. If you want to see that background information.
A behind the scenes look at the hard work that goes on behind the scenes.
And if you were wondering why there's a different background, my computer was being really mean and it said, hey, I'm going to run out of battery on you for no reason. It's kind of disrespectful. I don't really like that.
The lighting's better here, though. You look a little more professional.
Thank you, Wyatt.
You got to work on that. Maybe get like a ring light or some kind of studio light.
I think you're right.
Maybe for episode 2.
You know, episode 2 is incoming. Everyone watching this, episode 2 is going to be even better. No offense, Wyatt, because we got special guests coming on. I don't know who it is yet, but it's going to be special and it's going to be fantastic and it's going to be inspiring. Continuing. So lists. Yeah. So Wyatt has off the list. I was saying, like, Wyatt, you think anyone ever would take your list over mine?
I would. That's why it's my list. I'm not trying to appease the masses. I'm doing these lists for me. You said, what are my personal favorites?
Oh, Wyatt. I'm going to make a phone call, Wyatt.
Right now?
I'm going to make a phone call. We're going to have a special guest on right now, and we're going to ask a proud buyer. If you buy the shirts, you can be a guest. You can be a special phone call guest.
A phone a friend. Is this a segment on the show? We're just going to phone a friend?
We'll phone a friend only for people to buy the shirt. If you don't have the shirt, then you don't not get to be on the phone.
I like this segment.
We're gonna phone my man Sam because he actually answers the phone. I feel like a lot of weirdos out there don't answer the phone the first time around. Shout out to those weirdos, but fix yourself. All right, and we're gonna ask him what he thinks about your trash list. Okay.
Okay. Do I get a shirt for coming on the show?
If you buy one. Hello, Mr. Sam. What's up, Sam? All right, you're on speakerphone. You're live on the Edward Partridge Show, the Eddie Partridge Show podcast. So fresh and so clean podcast.
To be here with the clan. Eddie Partridge t-shirts, they are the best fucking things in the world.
Is this a paid ad?
It's not a paid ad. I asked him, what do you think about the shirts?
They are the best things in the world. If you don't have one, you should go buy one literally right now or after I finish talking. They are best. And then also get a mug.
Get a mug. And the hats?
Oh, and the hats too.
What about the sweaters? What about the sweaters?
What about the sweaters, Sam? What about the sweaters?
Of course. You got to go for it all, you know?
The whole outfit. All right, Sam, what's your favorite drink, in your opinion?
Oh, my God. Duck shit tea is so fucking good. The best fucking shit in the world.
First of all, we don't swear on the show. It's a family-friendly. Stop saying bad words. What's the best drink?
Did you plan this?
Duck shit tea.
No, not planned. What's your favorite fruit?
Pears, you know? I just love the taste of pears. They're so sweet. They remind me of home, you know?
Pears remind him of home. This was not planned, by the way, guys. Was this planned, Sam?
This was not planned at all.
There you go. Not planned.
Every time I eat a pear, I always feel just centered and relaxed.
Wait, ask Sam what his second favorite fruit is.
What's your second favorite fruit?
I gotta go with the apple.
Apple? The apple?
Nice and sweet too. Keeps the doctor away.
Keeps the doctor away, but pears are better though, right?
Pears are so much better.
And what's another question we asked?
Food.
On the show, what's the best country?
Oh, the best country in the world. I mean, God bless Canada. God bless America. You already know, but God bless Canada even more.
There you go. Canada #1. Thank you, Mr. Sam Rose. Any last message about the shirts and how great they are? Do they fit well?
They're incredible. Everyone who buys a shirt, you're helping for a greater cause. The Eddie Partridge Foundation.
There's no foundation, guys, not yet. Okay, but it is a greater cause.
Not yet.
Help Eddie get ready for one, or get set up with one.
I don't know. Maybe this guy can see the future. Maybe there might be an Eddie Partridge Foundation. But buy the shirts. It's for a greater cause called making the world a better place. Because everyone that wears a shirt is happier. Thank you very much, Sam Rose. Goodbye.
You get the moolah with it. You already know. Get the fans.
Okay, Sam. Goodbye.
Bye, Sam.
Sam's a fan of the shirt. I think everyone that buys the shirt, it's obvious. We just saw. It's crazy that this guy. It's crazy, because he was actually he was over at my house the other day. I made him some duck shit tea, and he said it's the best drink he's ever had. Apparently, that was not planned at all. There was only about half a minute in between when my computer ran out of battery and once we started with the new background and all that. There was about 30 seconds. So there's no way.
I wasn't accusing you of planning it in that interval, in that intermission, but now I am. Now I 100% know that happened.
What do you mean? There was 30 seconds.
I thought you did
I didn't plan anything, Wyatt. I don't know how to plan things. My phone was out of battery too, damn near like the whole time. So I literally just plugged in, and then just took it out. It was way upstairs. I think anyone could agree. You could call one of your friends. They say, "What's better, tea or whatever, Baja Blast, or water or Baja Blast? What's better?" And it's not even pronounced Baja Blast; it's Baja. So you're wrong. Water is the number 2 drink. It's hydrating.
There's water in all of these drinks.
And this is why you let Thomas down in doubles too.
What does that have to do with anything?
You went on the sideline and you were drinking Baja Blast instead of some water or tea or Gatorade.
Yeah.
What do you do that for, Wyatt?
I didn't do that.
Wyatt, is it true that you played tennis in university, college, whatever they call it in the United States?
Yes, that is true, Eddie.
What number did you play on the team in your final year?
My last year?
Yes.
My senior year, I played 2 singles and 1 doubles.
Why were you number 2?
Because Thomas was better than me.
Can you explain to the fans out there who Thomas is?
Thomas is your brother.
Thomas is my brother. So I just feel like the Partridge blood. Why you should buy the shirt. This dude's related to me.
This show just an ad for your shirt?
I think it's important.
That's all we've talked about.
I think it's important. I mean, look at this shirt. I think it's important for people watching this to get the shirt because, as Sam said, it's for a better cause. The better cause is your mental health and well-being.
How does buying your shirt improve those?
Well, as someone who owns a shirt, I can tell you, when you wear the shirt, you feel better. You feel happier. It puts a smile on your face, This isn't scientific yet, but I think there's something in the shirt. What's that like happiness stuff in your brain?
Serotonin? Or is that right?
I think this isn't scientifically proven yet, but I think there's something in the design that boosts your serotonin times 25. So this isn't scientific. So maybe it's 24, but it's like as close as it can get to being scientific. We just need to run some tests, okay? In the future, we'll figure it out. Yeah. This isn't just an ad for the shirt. I think just the shirt is probably the most important piece of um, anything in the whole Good Time Media brand. I think we can all agree it's the most iconic logo. It's the best selling piece of merchandise. Obviously, coming from the most viewed uh, viewed blogger of one single blog in a Good Time history. So I think it's important to talk about because this is a show with Mr. Wyatt, who is the owner of the Good Time Media, and I feel like a big part of your identity is Good Time Media, and Good Time Media is basically, by extension, the shirt.
So you're saying I'm nothing without you, Eddie.
I wasn't saying that, but now that you mention it, like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes, Wyatt, I feel like I am like a bit of a father figure towards you.
What? Eddie,
And
you don't do anything unless I say it. You're a puppet, and I'm just the puppet master, pulling your strings, saying, do this, do this, do this. And people may come to see the puppet, but the puppet doesn't exist without the master. It's a fact. They don't. Someone's got to be pulling the strings. By yourself, you're nothing.
I feel like I'm a second father figure to you, Wyatt. And your dad's a really nice guy. I met him before. He's a good looking guy, very nice guy. I'm dad number 2.
Okay. All right. What else we got, Eddie? What else we got going on in this show?
Well, let's, I guess, to wrap it up, see if you got any questions for Mr. Eddie here, because I'd like to hear you pick my brain, Wyatt, because I feel like you got some good ideas sometimes. So let's hear if you got any interesting questions.
All right, I got you. All right, Eddie. Where do you see this show in a year? What are your goals? What are your goals for the show?
I just want to entertain the fans and just tell them the unbiased opinions of me, and I also like to share with the world what it looks like in my brain, and I think that's important. Okay. And I think the world will be a better place with me and with my guests, because I feel like some of these guests that I'm going to have on are interesting people, like Mr. Wyatt here, son Wyatt. And
who's your dream guest, Eddie?
Flight Reacts.
Who?
Flight Reacts.
I don't know who that is.
What?
Is it a YouTuber who just reacts to stuff?
Flight Reacts is the best YouTuber on the platform. Just like he doesn't make podcasts, so I can still say, in my opinion, I'm the number one best podcaster. I know. Humble Eddie. I still need to prove it. Got a bit of a ways to go. This is Flight Reacts.
Oh, I've seen him.
He's I don't smoke weed. Weed is bad. Don't smoke weed, kids. It's awful. I actually, fun fact, have never done any marijuana or vape. I think vaping is probably the dumbest thing. This Flight. Vaping is the dumbest thing anyone could ever do. Just saying for the fans out there, if you vape, stop it. Go to the doctor and get some help. Vaping is probably the dumbest thing a human could do. Stop vaping, Wyatt. It's not good for you.
I don't vape, Eddie.
That's like the first smart thing you've said, Wyatt. Wow. Yeah. So I think Flight Reacts is going to be on the podcast one day, and he is the number one YouTuber on the platform right now. And my other dream podcast, Michael Jordan, because he's the greatest basketball player of all time. Yeah, LeBron fans, I said it. Number 3 dream guest. Bob Dylan.
I'm gonna ask a question here. I don't know. I think most people know which question I'm about to ask right now. He's not alive, is he?
He's alive, Wyatt.
There's no way.
He's like 80 something. He's an old man. And Paul McCartney too.
Yeah, Bob Dylan's alive. Good for him, man. Didn't know that. My bad, Bobby.
So yeah, I think episode 100 is going to be, I'm going to have 3 guests. It's going to be Flight Reacts, Michael Jordan, and Bob Dylan.
You're going to have a 3-guest podcast with those 3.
It's going to happen.
Okay. All right. Can't wait.
All right. Goodbye, fans. This has been the Eddie Partridge podcast show, episode 1, the greatest, most entertaining show out there. I hope you guys enjoy. Look forward to episode 2. I'm not going to spoil it yet because I don't know who's going to be the next guest, but it will be very entertaining. What's a good outro? You could keep this in the edit, by the way.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Did you come up with that yourself?
Took a while. Let me do it again because you just extended it for no reason, Wyatt.
Okay.
Goodbye.